Welcome back, guys. Hopefully you saw our other video with the 12 volt upgrade that I did from the lead acid over to the lithium system. And now we are fully lithium iron phosphate on the system, both 48 volt and 12 volt. But this video is specifically about upgrades because if you remember, we were talking earlier in a few videos ago about the fact that we were going to start doing the next phase in 2026 of remodeling the RV. Part of that is the curtains. You can kind of see that in there where we got the poles and everything, which is really cool. However, that's not all we did. So the first thing I'm going to do is let you say hi to Julia.
Hi.
So she has been busy.
Yes.
Well, we've both been busy, but
Yes.
as you can see, cabinets used to be this color, and now they're this color. Now, that's just the uppers, because we still have, let me get this all
Technical malfunction.
figured out. Yep. So you can see here that the lowers haven't been done yet. Those are that's all gonna be chocolate. But if I move it up here, you can see that all the uppers up here have been done. She even went in and did that cool newspaper that we did on the walls. She did that on all of this. Ignore the mess. It's an RV. You guys understand. But we got that all going. We got the wall sconces remounted. All of this has been painted.
Took the speakers out.
Took the old speakers out here. And she's got a nice little art project going for that, which I will cut some new round rings that will go up here, and those will get painted. And then she's got some really cool things that are going there. So stay tuned for that. But now if I bring it over here, you'll see up across the top that all that seam work that I promised that we were going to take all those seams out. You remember that ugly repair that I had to do right there? It's all been repaired all the way down. And so now if I go over here, you can see this wall, which was awesome. And that's been all redone all the way down. And now all that lighting shows up really nice. And she redid this part right here with a nice little key hanger. I took this little piece right here, the little valance piece here that had the padding and all that. We stripped that off. I went ahead and put tile on here. I haven't finished it yet. I still have to do the seam sealer and all that to finish making it look pretty like everything else.
But in the control cabinet is pretty too.
In the control
Where
cabinet?
the tank levels and stuff are at above.
Correct. She did do this as well. That's all nice and done. You can see that we changed out all these handles. Now, originally we were going with these leather style handles that we have over here, and decided, I convinced her.
Yeah, twisted my arm.
That instead of doing these, it made a lot more sense to do these library style handles. One, you can't catch on them because they're smooth, and two, it looks much cooler. So you tell us in the comments, guys, you think that looks better than those little leather straps?
I do.
I think they look much better. I think we don't look like beatniks, so.
Well, it's not that it was beatniks. It's just in our mind.
It makes more sense.
That was a look.
Yeah.
And now we've kind of, with
Changed
the
it.
newspaper, kind of changed it up, and those library poles look much better.
Exactly. So now you can start to see we've got, you've seen the video, hopefully, with us doing this counter right here, which matches that.
The only thing I did was paint the background of it black.
And then we've got all of our copper tile that's all done nice now, all the way around. Got our new sink and faucet. And then over here, we've got the lower part with the island that's coppered all the way around as well. And this cabinet is the only one so far that is chocolate. So that'll kind of give you a sneak peek of what the rest of them are going to look like when it's all said and done. So now I'm gonna move along and we'll go from there. Okay, so in here, we haven't really done much in here yet other than the LED lighting that I added with the switch, but we will get to this spot here in a few weeks, and we're got some plans for in there. This hallway still has to be painted white. The slide where my work area and all that, this whole area here needs to be, I need to finish trimming it all up, doing the sealing the gaps, sealing all the old nail holes, all that good stuff. That will still need to be painted. But now if we go up the stairs, we'll check the bathroom. You can see right off the bat, I've replaced the entire countertop, the sink, the faucet, everything. By the way, all of these fixtures now have shutoff valves. Every single one of them has a shutoff valve. You can also see here, she did the cabinets in here with the new handles. Got the cabinet back here is done. All of this is painted. We got our nice actual residential one-piece toilet. So you could put this in any single RV because it is one piece. It is not two pieces. So the biggest worry when you're traveling is, oh, well, what if the top tank comes loose or cracks or whatever? You don't have to worry about that with this because it is a single piece. So you basically just flush it when the water's off, get the water out of it, and you're off and running. The other thing we did here is we added an access panel for the shower so that we could put shutoff valves in there, and also completely changed out the fixture here with a complete stainless steel system, and changed out the shower head and everything, and this is much nicer now. All this glass, if you remember, we will do a video at some point that shows a complete before and after room by room, but if you remember when we bought it, this had a weird shaped glass entry, and it really made that claustrophobic. That shower is really big, but the glass made it very claustrophobic, so having that out of there has been awesome. Close that back up, and now we'll come into the bedroom. And again, the only stuff that's really been done at this point is everything that needed to be painted white, and this was done with 3 gallons of white paint. But that is all done. It's all white. Everything else you see in here will be chocolate. So all of the slide trim, these particular floor to ceiling are going to be chocolate, and that was by design. This lower area here will be chocolate, and we're trying to keep it consistent. So all of these taller cabinets and everything, they'll all be chocolate, so that when you look through the RV, any of the tall cabinets all the way through, from the refrigerator all the way down this hall back into the bedroom, it will all look consistent. Anything that's floor to ceiling is chocolate. Anything that is specifically upper is white. But you can see here, we did all the newspaper there, copper tile in the back, copper tile down there in the seat area. You can see it right there. And then all of this is newspapered. And that's it, folks. Got everything all set up, good to go. We probably won't be working on this again for several weeks because Julia's going in to get some elective surgery work, and so she's not going to feel much like doing the painting and stuff. And since I work full-time remotely again, I won't have the time or the energy after working all week to come in and do all of this
and
too.
taking care of me for probably at least a week.
Yeah, plus the cooking and the cleaning and all that, which I do a lot of anyway. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be tough, but we'll be back on it here probably within, probably a month or two. She'll be back to the point where she can actually, start doing some painting, and then it'll go pretty fast because the white was a lot of work. And I'm so proud of her. She did a really good job. I mean, pretty much all I've done in here is do patchwork in wall repair and doing the tiles and the plumbing fixtures and things like that, which is a lot. But
you did a good job.
but it's not nearly as dramatic when you actually look around and see all of the color change and all of those things. A lot of that was pretty much her. My stuff is, yeah, it's, you know, either life safety stuff or it's like, oh, it's a sink or it's a fixture, but it does make a difference. It all adds up, so it's a good teamwork effort.
I think that the chocolate will probably go a lot faster because the white covering the dark cabinets took a while because it took at least four coats.
4 coats, yeah.
Up to 4 coats on some of them.
Even on the wall, even on the walls are a lighter beige, and even those, because of the you know, the wall itself, it took a while for it to coat up. And this is quote unquote 1 coat paint. And it's like $70 a container, but just getting it there, getting those seams closed up, that took a lot of work. But take your time, folks. If you want to do something like this and you want to take those little seam strips out, which are absolutely horrible, just be aware, yeah, it's going to take time. You're going to have to run a skim coat at least 2 or 3 times over those seams to get them completely baby smooth so that when you paint it, you don't see it.
And for now, like, our rig does sit, like, permanently. We're annual and we don't move around the country, etc. However, you can use a product that has flexibility in it if you don't want to show the seams. That way, when you do travel around and roll your shaking earthquake, that it's not going to come apart.
Yeah, because this DAP, it's basically a sheetrock repair. So when we know for a fact, if we pick this thing up and have someone transport it across the country to Texas or Arizona or something like that, it's going to come loose. We're going to have to repair it. We're going to have to do touch-up paint, and that's totally fine because we live in it. We don't drive around in it. That we have another RV for that.
Yeah.
But yes, there are products out there that are flexible that you can put in there. It's a little more tricky, but there are things you can do in there. You could use fiberglass. There's a lot of things you could use that they're a little more flexible to do that. We just didn't see the need to do it. One other thing I want to point out before we go real quick is you'll notice up here all of this trim work where you can see, you know, because this thing's 18 years old, you can see where, you know, the roof and everything, it's gotten kind of out of whack and they don't perfectly touch. So all of that, I'm going to use the flexible bathroom style caulking to tape all of that off. I'm going to tape it on the top and the bottom, and I'm going to get a nice seam on that. So when it's done, everything looks beautiful and even, just like the tile work in the bathroom. It's gonna look nice and even all the way across, and that stuff will be flexible so that when we drive down the road, if we need to, it's just going to be able to flex. It's not going to break or anything like that. Plus, this material in the ceiling, it's padded, so you don't want to put anything that's not bondable to it, otherwise it's just going to crumble and fall off. So that bathroom caulking will work beautifully for that, and it's white already, so don't have to paint it. But that's it, folks. Hopefully you've enjoyed kind of seeing, if you've been following our journey on this since we bought it back in May. It's still quite a few months away from it being a year since we got it. It's transformed drastically from, you know, the power systems, the air conditioners, the tanks, the propane system, the fireplaces, you know, all the plumbing and the fixtures and the stove top and the refrigerator and the solar system. I mean, we've done a lot in this rig, and it doesn't seem like it's been as long as it really has, but it's actually a shorter period of time for a remodel than I thought it would be, considering, you know, what we were actually doing and the amount of time when we decided to start dedicating the time. So this whole project right here, she didn't start any of the painting or anything until about January 5th. Yeah. It is now February 16th, and she hasn't touched it in 2 days. So we say February 14th, so it's just a little over a month, and she's gotten all of that done. We've gotten all the tile work done, all the wallpaper done, the countertops, the island, the sinks, the shower, all of that is in a little over a month. So And that's only a few hours each day. So it doesn't take long. You just got to plan it out.
Right.
Know what you want to do.
Right.
But that's it. We'll see you in a few weeks. Bye for now.